Sorry for the completely unaddressed hiatus that we just had. Just know that on my end, it wasn't actually a hiatus. I kept recording videos and then deleting them. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what it is with my mood lately and the way that things were coming out, but I just was kind of hating everything. Everything felt uselessly negative, and I felt like I had not much to say, so I just kind of fell off the map there for a little bit. Sorry about that. Among those videos was a number of hauls, so if you'd like to see the books that I got over like the last 6 months or so, we can take a look at those, let me know. Also, my favorites of 2019, didn't end up sharing that, so I'll probably just do a blog post on that one. Keep an eye on the blog. But today we're going to take a look at part of the reason that I've been struggling to put out any videos, diving into the pile of books that I am currently reading. Don't get me wrong, I read a lot last year and I did like a fair amount of it. I didn't love a lot of it though, which I think was a problem that has led me to a weird kind of rut. Now, it's not a reading rut in that I'm not reading, because I am reading, but it's that it's half ooh shiny syndrome. I'm constantly wanting to move on to the next thing, and it's half that I'm not loving anything so much that I feel like I have to complete it, even when I'm liking it. So this has been a recurring theme of my reading for the last few years. It's starting to drive me out of my mind. But right now, what it means is I keep finding myself in the middle of books and then picking up another one with all intentions to complete that first one. It's not a DNF situation. I just can't seem to make myself care enough to complete things even when I'm really enjoying them. It's weird, it sucks, and these are the books that have fallen prey to it, or that I am actually currently reading. We'll start furthest back, I think. See if we can kind of find some unifying theme, some semblance of a reason in this graveyard of abandoned books. So the first is not actually this book. This is book 2. This book, Wayward Son, is actually the follow-up to the book I'm reading. So I started reading or listening to Carry On audiobook because I knew that I had this one coming, and I thought, well, I should probably read the first one. And so many people have talked highly of it, and I thought it sounded fun, and it was fun. The reason I stopped reading or listening to that one is because my Hoopla borrow on it expired, and I was going to go re-download it, and then I had some other things that also were sounding good, and I picked one of those up instead, and it just kind of got forgotten. So this I started, not this, but you know, back in like October, maybe earlier, and just haven't circled around back. And it kind of started a downward trend for me, even though I was really enjoying that. After this, it gets a little murky. I think the next book I picked up was Fireborn, which I was doing a little bit of a sort of first impressions, I don't know how to describe it. Mood board, that's what it was. A first impressions mood board as part of the blog tour. And so I picked it up, read enough to do that mood board, liked it, intended to continue on, but then set it on my bed, set something on top of it, forgot it existed. So when the Bookworm Crush came along, and I like Lisa Brown Roberts, I went ahead and picked this one up and started reading it, and really enjoyed it. Got most of the way through this one, fully intending to finish it and just tear through and review it for you guys before it even came out. I was like geeked, I was into it. Maybe not before it came out because I don't know when it came out, but like shortly after I got it. I think I might be right about that. But then Find Me Their Bones came by Sarah Wolf. Now this is one of my most anticipated books of this year, and when it showed up, everything else got pushed to the side and I started reading that instead. But where is it, you ask? Well, here's the thing. Number one, I found myself kind of bouncing back and forth between it and between some ebooks, partly because I felt like I didn't remember enough of the first book, Bring Me Their Hearts, and this one plunges you right in. And so even though I was really enjoying it, I felt like I wasn't appreciating it as much as I should have, which made me set it aside a little bit. But I was powering through. I got to a point where everything started clicking again, things started being familiar again, and I was into it, and then I left it in my mom's car. This is not an issue. It's not like I don't have access to my mom's car, like I can't get it out. I just keep forgetting to. Instead of going back to the Bookworm Crush, would have been the sensible thing to do. I started reading Trail of Lightning, another ebook, when it has been on my to get to read list for quite a while, and I realized that it was in Kindle Unlimited. So I started reading that, but then a box of books showed up. So I picked up Dark and Deepest Red and moved on to this. This one, again, enjoying. It feels transportative. I'm not so in love that I feel like I've gotten to a point where I can't put it down, which is a problem, given my mood. So I've been going back and forth between this and some other digital things. Among them, the audiobook of Stay Sexy, Don't Get Murdered, which I'm probably going to finish soon, and a Sarah McLean book, which I finished last night. So then throughout this time of currently reading all of those other books, I've picked up and started and finished probably 5 other books, instead of picking up and finishing just one of these. And it's unlikely to stop, because I also recently got Of Kisses and Curses, which is calling my name, as well as a couple of Jane Austen retellings. So any of those is likely to be picked up at any moment, and who knows when I will finish literally any of these books, or the literal boxes of books that I have sitting around that I've gotten recently that I either bought or had sent to me, started on Kindle or Hoopla or whatever. Oh, also Audible. And so that is a big part of why you haven't been seeing many videos from me lately, or any videos from me lately. I'm all over the place. I'm very dissatisfied even when I'm satisfied. I don't know what is going on. Feel free to commiserate or give me your advice in the comments, or push any of these specific books if you've loved them or want to know my opinion on them. But that's what's going on. I sometimes do this thing where I feel like I'm not getting any reading logged in my Goodreads challenge because I'm reading like 5 books at once, but then boom, 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 I'll finish them and get to log a bunch of stuff and like see my little total jump up, and that's very exciting. But right now it feels like I'm literally spread across so many books that I don't know when I'll ever finish them. It'll be like 6 months into the year and suddenly I'll log 45 books, you know? I don't know what's going on, you guys. I don't know. I don't know. So that's where things lie now. That's what's going on in my house and in my brain. But hopefully I'll feel that New Year mojo and start getting a move on, and either buckling down and finishing some of these, or just deciding that it's not going to happen and letting them go, clearing up that brain space and making room for something else just emotionally, you know, so that I don't feel like I'm cheating on books with the book that I'm currently reading, or have that nagging, irritating feeling, you know? Just, I think that drags us down. It doesn't help. Something's gotta give. But for right now, that's what's going on in my bookish world. But I do have some things planned to book chat about, or book share about, so fingers crossed I find the daylight and the motivation to do that. And if there's anything you want to see, definitely let me know that in the comments. But for now, that's all, and there's not much more to say. It's just chaos. But thank you guys for watching, and of course, happy reading!